Hello, welcome to Ogalohenro Maths. In this video, our target is to support GCSE Maths students, basically those preparing for their exams in the UK, and by extension, those preparing for equivalent exam across the globe. We shall specifically be looking at the foundation level and the higher level. So today we are looking at set notation. But before we continue, I would like you to please click the subscribe button for more video like this and follow, please. Set notation is our topic. What is set notation? Set notation are just mathematical symbols. Okay, now in this video, I shall be bringing out notes for you. So I would want you to sit down, get your pen, and make a note of this lesson. Okay, now set notation. Set notation are mathematical symbols or characters that are used in set theories. Of course, being a learner at this level, you have come across many symbols, okay? Under the set notation, mainly Greek alphabets or Greek letters are used. Sometimes the English letters are also used. But in this particular video, we shall be giving you some set notations, some set symbols. For example, we've got the universal set symbol, and also we've also got the common English comma. Is used in set notation to separate elements, and also we've got the use of brace to enclose our elements, yeah, while the comma is used to separate the elements. Another good example of a set notation we shall be applying in this video is the subsets. Yes, this is a symbol for a subset. So, you know, the subset is a smaller set of a universal set. Then also, we've got the interset when we have element common in set A and set B, as the case may be. Yeah, we say the set overlap or the interset. Yes. Now, also we've got the union sets, okay, which is the combination of all the sets, okay, arranging them in the right order. Now we are going to look at a likely GCSE questions, okay, and we are going to see how we use this set notation to resolve the problem. Now, for example, if we have been given the set notation, universal set, which is sometimes pronounced as Kesai, or in the Greek pronounced as she. Okay, now the Kesai is actually the symbol that is used to denote the universal set. And what is a universal set? Like I said, I'm going to make a note of whatever I'm saying here, so you can also write that down in your book. Don't worry, just sit down, and enjoy this lesson, even with a cup of tea or coffee. Yes. Now, universal set. Now, the universal set. Now, look at the screen. It's displayed here. The universal set, denoted by the KSI symbol, is the list of every element to choose from. Okay. Now, let's say for universal set, yeah, let's say we can liken it to the case of a granddad to children. The grandchildren are gotten from the granddad, okay, indirectly, and we can say the granddad is a universal set, okay, while the children are subset of the universal set. Okay, now Yes, so let's say we have got a universal set running from 1 to 6 as shown on the screen, 1 to 6. Yeah, this is the universal set. From this universal set, a smaller set could be chosen from here. But first, we see brace. Yeah, we see other things here apart from the number. We see comma. These are very important anytime we are stating sets. Okay, now again, a brace, you make a note of this. What is a brace? Now, a brace is actually curly bracket. They are just bracket, a curly bracket used to enclose our element. Now, from this universal set, we are going to form smaller sets. Okay, let's say for example use the English alphabet capital letter, yeah, there to form a smaller set, and we are going to choose this smaller set, this element, the element of this subset A from our universal set. So let's look at even numbers divisible by 2, for example. Number divisible by 2, for example. What are they? We have got 2, 4, 6 being chosen from our universal set here. Yeah, look at my mouse here. Yeah, look at my castle. Yeah, if you look at it, so I've picked 2, 4, and 6. Okay, now going forward, now looking at the subset here, that we can define our subset here. Yeah, we say that the subset A, okay, choosing from the universal sets and contains all even numbers from what? A. Now we have got also is another set notation here. Look at it here. This set notation is used to describe a subset. So this symbol is equal to a subset. Okay, so we are for it to be clear, I will use my arrow now to direct that to the subset, defining the subset. Yeah, again, we can get another subset. We can get as much or as many subset we can from a universal set. Okay, now let's see, we get this another subset B, and the list of the set are 2, 3, and 5. Okay, now let's define this subset. This is a subset. Looking at it, we find that this subset have just 2 factors. So we say that since they have 2 factors, they are called prime numbers. Yeah, so we are getting another subset choosing prime numbers from the universal set. So we define it here. Subset B choosing from the universal set and contains all prime numbers from A. Again, the symbol for subset is what? Is this symbol here. So we can say that B is a subset of the universal set. It's a subset of this universal set. It means B element are gotten or chosen from the universal set. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, now moving on. We see the command here. Yeah, commas are very important when you are stating the element of a cell. Always introduce your comma to separate each element. Okay, so comma, what are the function of comma? Separate element in the set. Okay, now moving on. Now in your GCSE examination, a question like this could be given to you in your question paper, where they will give you the universal set, then the subset, and of course you will be given another subset, and they will want you to show this all information, both the universal set, the subset, the 2 subset in a Venn diagram. So that will lead us to a Venn diagram. Okay, so we are looking at Venn diagram. Now, how do we draw a Venn diagram? Remember, in our previous lesson, we have been told that Venn diagrams are what? Are rectangular shapes, okay, that contain circles that we use to show element of sets. Okay, now it means we are going to create a mini board here, a mini whiteboard here, and we are going to draw our rectangle first. Yeah, so when showing your Venn diagram, draw a rectangle. Then, depending on the number of subsets given to you from the universal set, you know, you draw the number of circle. Now here we have gotten 2 subset A and subset B. Yeah, subset A and B means we are getting 2 circle. So we draw the first circle here. Okay, then the second circle, Okay, yeah, is it getting good? Yeah, it's getting good. Then after doing that, the next thing you do is for you to label your circle. You could call the first circle A, subset A, and the second subset B. Yes, subset B. And what have we? At the end of everything, you have to introduce your set notation, showing that everything in the rectangle is a what? Is a universal set. Now we have gotten a Venn diagram, but it's empty. Now we need to complete this Venn diagram in order to answer our question. Okay, now completing this Venn diagram is very, very easy. So first we need to look at the where it overlaps. Okay, these two circles overlap here, and where it overlaps is the intersect of the O set, where it intersects, where set A intersect with B. So first we are going to show here, okay, we are going to show here that set A um intersect with B at the middle here. Okay, now showing here, we come here, yeah, that the intercept of A and B is denoted. Look at the set notation for the intersect. Yeah, it's denoted by A intersect B, and that is we could show it here. That is we can use this arrow to show that this space is intersect. And now if you go back to A and B, you find out that we have got 2 here and 2 in A and 2 in B. So we say that 2 is common to both subsets. And now that is our intersect. The common element is our intersect. Okay, so you come here and you put it down. Okay, the intersect of subset A and B is 2. And you go to your Venn diagram, you complete it also. Yeah, is 2. Put it in the right position. Okay, now next we need to find out an element that is not in A and B, mean they are outside the circle. How do we come about that? We go back here, we come here, let's see, union of A and B is denoted by it looks like U, right? The U symbol. It look like U symbol in English, but not actually the U in English. Letter U in English. Okay. Now it looks like it. So A union B. Okay. Now A union B is all the element in A and B. Okay, being put in one enclosed brace, okay, without repetition. So we are going to go to A and B, pick 2, yeah, 3, yes, 4, and 5, then 6, without repetition. So A union B will be this. Remember, we are looking for element that is not in A and B. So these are all the elements in A and B. A union B contains all elements in A and B, all element in A and B. Now, for us to get element outside, now we introduce the concept of the complement of a set. Okay, now to get the complement of A and B, we use A union B complement, meaning all the elements that are in A and B must be cancelled out of the universal set. If you cancel 2 to 6, what remains is just 1. So the complement of a set is the set that contains the elements that are not in that subset, but they are in the universal set. So you can see A union B contains 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if we take it out, the only number or the only element not in A union B, that will be 1. So A union B complement denoted by A union B prime. Yeah, another word for complement is prime. A union B prime. Okay, remember there is a bracket before the prime. Our answer will just be 1. Okay, so we have to look for any part, any space in the rectangle but outside the 2 circles. So I'm putting it here, and that is 1. Okay, now what is next? We need to find that element that are outside the overlap but inside the circle. So we'll start with A. So get that, we need to also introduce again this element not in B will be B prime. Okay, so B prime will be all the elements that are in A but not in B. Okay, now for us to get our B prime, okay, That will be 4, 6, 1, 4, 6. Okay, again, now for us to get element only in A, then we are going to use the intercept. Okay, what is common in element A and also common in B prime. So you can see that in element A, what do we have here? In element A, we have got 2 forces, while in B prime, we have got 1 forces. So what is common in 1 forces and 2 forces will just be forces. Okay, so forces. So A intercept B prime will be equals to forces. Okay, and that is what we have gotten here, 4 and 6. Okay, and we have to put these 4 and 6 on 4 and 6 space. So here we have got 4 in A, okay, outside the overlap, remember, and also we've got 6 also outside the overlap, but on A. Now we also do the same thing for getting element outside the overlap for B. Okay, so we've got element not in B, element not in A, that they are actually A complements. Okay, A prime will be 1, 3, 5. So element not in A is going to be 1, 3, 5. Okay, now our 1, 3, 5, of course, is going to be 1, 3, 5, and we have element found in set B only will be B intercept. Look at it down here. B insert here. Look at the brown part of our screen. Okay, B intercept A prime, and that is basically going to be what? 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So here we fill it in 3, yeah, and again we fill it in 4. Okay, and this is how we complete our Venn diagram, applying the set notation and also drawing the Venn diagram. Okay, if you want more of a video like this, please, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, because we have got loads of classes. Okay, classes that will make your GCSE examination fun at all level. Okay, very soon we are going to also be getting into the functional skills series. Okay, yeah, until we meet again, this is Ogalohenro Maths. Enjoy your day and bye for now.